Yo, what is up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, bros and hoes? Prodigy here, holla. And do you know what I hate? That awkward moment when she has a penis. But anyways, we'll save the homoerotic moments for another day. I have a pretty sick story to tell you, and this is actually the story of my prom. And it's not exactly my prom because I didn't go to prom. This is the after party, and I'm going to tell you why I didn't go to prom. Prom is gay. Now, if I had a girlfriend at this time, I would have been forced to go to prom, but luckily I didn't. I kind of got out of my relationship just before prom happened, and I was talking with my girlfriend beforehand, and I was like, is there any way I could not go to prom? And more or less, there was nothing that I could do to get out of it. Girls in prom, they just love that shit. I don't know why. Maybe it's dressing up. Maybe it's the idea of going into a limo or something like that. Or dances. I don't even know why. But my girlfriend at the time wasn't even into dances, but prom seemed like a huge deal for her. And there was no way I was going to go get out of this. But, like I said before, we broke up just before prom, so I wasn't expected to go. But also, I was wondering, what should I do? Should I make her jealous by going with another girl? And, I had some prospects, let's say. I had a couple of girls, they didn't exactly ask me if I wanted to go to prom, but they more or less hinted at it. And one girl especially was, very beautiful, and I thought about taking her. But then I realized the only reason I want to go to prom with her is for the prom after events. It's like, in those 1970s movies when the high school quarterback takes his cheerleader girlfriend in his white Camaro out to make out point after prom and, they lose their virginity together. Now, that was the only reason I wanted to go to prom, because the girl you are taking is basically obligated to suck your dick. There's no other way. She can't get out of this. So I thought about this, but then, I realized I could just hit her up at the prom after party. She's going to be there. So what's the point of me spending all this money and wasting a couple hours of my day, just to try to get laid when I could just simply do that at the prom after party. So instead of going to prom, I went with a couple of my buds because we all realized that prom was pretty much gay and there's no real point in going to it unless you have a girlfriend at the time and you're forced to. But luckily for us, we didn't. So we decided that we would just kind of have a bro bonding time, a nice little chill session where we played some video games before the prom after party. We drank some brewskis and just more or less bonded, played some rock band and shit like that. And his parents were actually pretty cool about the whole thing. Now, we didn't get totally wasted before the prom after party, but we got our pre-drinks on, and then we went to the prom after party. And luckily for me, I have a pretty responsible friend, and he is always the designated driver, and he's just a chill guy in general. So I'm very fortunate to have a guy like that who's very responsible, who doesn't drink at parties, he doesn't smoke any weed at parties. So I know that I'm gonna be safe and sound, and I'm gonna be able to go home, and not have to worry about getting into the car with a drunk driver. And never do that, guys, and also, never drive home drunk because it's just stupid. Alright, well, we're 4 minutes into this commentary and I haven't really said anything interesting yet, so I'm going to get into this right now. At our prom after party, we had a party bus. Now, this was the sickest idea possible. We took a regular old school bus and we basically shipped all the kids from the prom, from prom to the prom after party in a school bus, except there was drinking going on, there was drugs, there was, smoking a lot of weeds, a lot of reefer, and there was just some chill old, 80-year-old bus driver. Now, there were rumors that they hotboxed the bus, but I kind of doubt that they actually did. I'm pretty sure some people were just, smoking some J's on it. And I remember I didn't actually go on the party bus, but I remember watching the party bus pull on in, and as soon as the party bus pulled on in, there was 20 girls who just started off the bus and they popped a squat on the middle of the side of the road, like on this highway, because they had to piss so badly, because it was like a 30-minute drive from my city to where the party was located, and I guess they got kind of lost too, but it was pretty sick. And there was this big giant convoy behind the party bus, and we got there like 10 minutes early, and then we saw this party bus pull in, and then that's when the party started. And that's another little bro tip for you. When going to parties, don't go there too early, and definitely don't hit it up too late. You want to kind of get that sweet medium time when the most people are there. That way you can rock out with them, because nobody wants to fucking party way too early, get drunk and pass out before the party even starts. Anyways, so this party was pretty chill. Nothing really crazy happened except for this one moment when we decided to, me and my friend, we were going to split a 24 case of beer, and this is Canadian beer, so this is actually quite strong for you guys who are American, who, the alcohol content in Canadian beer is quite a lot more than, the beer that you guys are probably used to. So splitting a 24 pack was actually a pretty crazy accomplishment, and we didn't finish it. But anyways, we decided that we weren't going to carry this 24 pack with us, so we decided to put it under our buddy's car, and we would just kind of go around, and we'd be those guys who were just double fisting, and then we'd go back around to the car and get some brewskis when we were emptied out. But one time when I was actually going back, I saw these two people fucking right next to my buddy's car, and I just remember being drunk, so I didn't really click in what was going on. But then I remember the guy basically just saying, "Oh, is this your 24 pack?" And he was just like, he's like, "Don't worry, I didn't drink any of it." And I liked how that was the thing that he was worried about. He was afraid that I was going to accuse him of stealing my beer. He wasn't worried that the fact that he was fucking some chick right in front of me. So yeah, that was basically my prom after party in a nutshell. I would love to reveal some more details, but the gameplay is wrapping up here, so I'm going to tell you guys as much as I can in the next 30 seconds. It was basically in the middle of nowhere in this field. There was a DJ there was a booth. We also had this nice little laser light show, and I think the coolest thing about this party was the people that were there. There was so many people that you just didn't expect to be there, and we had some drinking games going on. And, I don't think we had any beer pong. Obviously, I'm a beer pong champ, and I love to play some beer pong. But we had some flip cup going, and just little drinking games like that. Obviously, this is a field party, so we couldn't, get too intense with the drinking games. Just overall, though, I think it was the best party that I've ever been to, for the fact that there was so many people there, and it was just kind of one last get together, this moving on feeling. And then, you would never see some of these people ever again outside of school. So anyways, this has been the commentary. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'm out. Stay classy, motherfuckers. Yo, if you think you missed my last video, click on Megan Fox's tits, and she will take you directly there. And if you haven't already, subscribe and tell your friends.